hello. I know it looks a little bit different. We're on a road trip today. And no, we don't have a cigar because Michael won't let me smoke a cigar in his car.
No, that's only because I didn't want to give him a free one.
And a free one. And number two, he wouldn't let me drive, so that's why he's driving. For some reason, he doesn't like my my driving skills.
Well, neither do the police.
Yeah, well, no, they kind of like it, but it's like a little fundraiser. But anyway, so we're on a little road trip doing a little recon today, checking out some things. And, you know, now the weather's getting colder. You know, I always bring up, you know, cigars, the wrappers sometimes crack. And it took me a while till I figured this out for myself. You know, I go to work in the morning and I'll put a cigar or two in the car because I'm going to go to the store after, or the bar after, and have a cigar after work, and it sits out in the cold all day, and then you hit it with fire, and we're always cracking. And it took me a while to actually figure that out, that's what was happening.
Not just you. A lot of people just don't think about it.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. I just thought that, you know, I had it in a carrying case, not just there, but that didn't matter because, you know, it was 20, 30 degrees outside.
Temperature is just as important as humidity to a cigar. And I think people a lot of times all really concerned about the humidity and nothing else.
Yeah. And I think it was with that is, you know, because it was 20 degrees, I'd take it inside, then hit it with a flame.
Sure.
And boom.
Well, yeah, so you leave the cigar in the car.
Yep.
You know, anything when it gets cold and freezes is going to constrict, right? Then what happens, unless you're kind of gradually bringing that back up to room temperature, you bring it into the house or into the bar 70 degrees, and then you're putting additional heat to it. First thing that's going to happen is that binder's going to pop.
And that's what was happening. It took me a couple of years to figure that out.
And it's going to pop in the same spot time and time again.
Once that heat started getting on that. So I don't do that anymore. So if I'm taking them with me, I always bring them into work. Just let them in there, it'll stay at room temperature. It doesn't matter if they're in humidity for a couple hours or like that's really not going to affect it without the humidity. But just so it stays at that right temperature.
Correct.
You know, in the summer and spring, it's not that much of a deal when it's, you know, 70, 80 degrees outside. It does it, but now we're in this colder weather.
You know, and that's something that we try to make it a point every single cigar sale at this time of year to, you know, go that extra mile and tell them, you know, make sure you're keeping your cigars. If you have a Bovita pack, even if you have a Bovita pack, don't leave them in your car overnight.
The temperature,
not even while you're at work, because
it's the temperature, it's not the humidity. The temperature.
And you're going to ruin your cigars, and you're going to be upset with us. And it has nothing to do with us. So we try to give you that knowledge,
right? You
know, before it gets to that point.
We're not telling you these things just because that's what we believe. I mean, I ruined many of cigars for that same reason too, and cutting cigar. You know, sometimes you gotta watch. You take too much off, and the wrapper will just come right off, right? If you cut too far, too far in it.
I mean, you want to cut off as little as possible, and even along the lines of lighting a cigar. I had a customer in the store that I've known for 15 years, you know, and he's, you know, complaining that his cigar is always burning funny. Every single one, no matter what kind it is, it's burning funny. You know, and I try to explain to him when he's lighting a cigar, you light it with the heat, not the flame. And the look he gave me, he's like, oh shit. You know, he knew right away.
What was he burning off the cigar right up?
I mean, he torching it right up the side. When you see black char marks up your entire cigar, you know, you're heating that cigar. So the wrapper, binder, filler they each have a purpose. They have a purpose for burn rate. They have a purpose for flavor. But when they're not all burning at the same time, that's when it's going to burn all funny. If you're lighting up the whole one side of the cigar, it's obviously going to burn quicker than the other.
Well, we're on that, on lighting a cigar. Like, I always use a lighter. I always like a torch lighter. To me, it's easier. And a double or triple flame is what my preference is. But, you know, I see some guys doing it with stick matches. What's your thoughts on that? To me, I just don't have the patience.
No.
Because it takes a while, right?
It does. It does. I mean, and when you're using a nice, clean butane gas to light your
I'm not even talking, though, the flavor, not the flavor, but the scent of butane or lighter fluid. But just how it lights. I never liked how it lighted a cigar.
You you get precision with the lighter.
Yeah.
You know exactly where the heat and the flame source is coming from. With the match, I mean, it's it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I mean, I like a nice, perfect, thin burn line on my cigar.
Yeah.
And I mean, butane is the way to go on that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I like.
And it's quicker. And it's quicker.
Yeah.
It's quicker.
Yeah. How about though when you you get the cigar down a little bit and probably shouldn't be relighting it again for a couple, but it was so good you're trying to get them few extra bangs on it, and then your lighter maybe is up a little too high. How many times you burn the hair in your nose?
Lots.
Right? It burns.
Yeah. Oh,
you spin the cigar out.
I mean, when it's sometimes when it's down there, even the butane. I mean, because
but you always get that once in a while the lighter will malfunction a little bit and shoot that big. Many times I got my nose, my fingers.
I got my finger. Yeah. I mean, I'm lighting a cigar and the cigar's not light, but my finger is behind it.
You're trying to get them last 2 or 3 shots off.
You don't want to put it down. Either you don't want to put it down or you don't want to go home. One or the other.
But what I do anymore is I get a toothpick, jab it through the end of it, and hold it with that. I learned, it took me a few years, and I learned that. But you got to be careful with that when it's lying it too close.
Yeah.
At a point, just put it down and go to the next one because you're not getting anything else. Else is coming out of that. And then with cutting the cigar, that's why, and I was never a big fan of it, but I just find myself using the V-cut a lot more because I find in it less chance of damaging the wrapper or anything than doing a straight cut.
You have a nice V-cutter, quality V-cutter.
Well, it's got to be a sharp one because if you're not sharp, you start crunching. It'll pinches everything.
Yeah, it pinches and it'll pop the cap off and it'll unroll. But, I mean, V-cutter.
I've been seeing myself going to that V-cutter a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing with the V-cutter is you want to make sure it's a nice deep V-cutter.
Well, sometimes I'll do it twice.
Yes.
I'll hit it twice just to get a little bit deeper
make sure you're getting that drop.
Yeah,
I mean, the only drawback to something like a punch or a V-cutter is if you're a fast smoker. If you smoke your cigars too fast, that surface area now is limited. So what ends up happening is you get a little buildup of tar.
Yeah. No, I didn't have that. I've been doing, like I said, just because I was getting that, and some of my wrappers were unraveling a little bit, and it could have been the
very
way I was cutting the cigar.
Yeah, very very little opportunity for that to come undone with the V-cutter.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll hit it twice, but the only thing is, like, I smoke some Hemingways and all, and they have the smaller thing, so it's harder to do a V-cut sometimes.
Right.
On that, or if you're in a torpedo, or
just got to be careful with the ring gauge. It's not one size fits all.
No, if I think you need like a 46 and above or so, maybe, to get the best out of a V-cutter.
Yep.
To do that. But so far, Michael's a pretty good driver here.
I'm trying to pay attention.
My belly's not swerving. He's going pretty straight. He's right at the speed limit. Look at him, right? Nobody's even watching, and he's going the speed limit. Didn't pass anybody. Yeah, we got everybody passing us.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, we just had that lady on her bicycle pass us a few miles back.
Yeah, she was pedaling hard, and she had snow tires on. I don't have snow tires on.
Don't worry, we ain't getting no snow this year. No snow this year. I've had it. I don't want no snow. After this year, that's the least that break we can get this year. And not go below 30 degrees would be nice. It's a little nicer smoking cigars, You can't go outside no more with cigars.
Nice mild winter, please.
Right?
That's all I ask.
That's all we can hope for.
I don't think that's too much.
Yeah. But we're on our way. We're meeting with some different vendors for some new cigars coming in, and that's why we're in our car today. So we thought we'd just chat here a little bit about that. And when it was cold out, it made me remember about my cigars always blowing up on me.
Yeah.
To do that.
That's a great point, though.
Yeah.
I mean, valuable information.
Yeah, I never realized. It took me years to figure out what the hell's going on here, and I forget how it came about, but I might have read it somewhere or heard somebody else talking about it. But we're just passing that along, and so I guess I'll have to wait till after work today to smoke a cigar since can't smoke in the car here. You didn't bring any.
Golf course right
How about
over
if I stick my head out the window?
I'll hold your feet.
Like a dog.
I'll hold your feet. Yeah,
I do that. Put that out the window.
Go for it.
To do that. But till next time, smoke all you can, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.